How's it going out there, YouTube? And welcome back to episode 3 of Splattercat's Let's Play a bit of Gnomoria. We were getting our wall constructed. I think that's where we left off, as I had to drop out of the game super quick. Something horrible came up, but it's all resolved now, so we are back. We are building some gnomish walls. We're kind of getting our little town situated. Next up on the list, I do kind of... Let's see here. I need to fill in some of these. I'm going to go ahead and build terrain into some of these holes that I've dug out, because I am going to need it for... I'm going to need it for farming. Those those are basically, they count as potholes, essentially, if you don't fill them in. So I haven't decided where my front gate is going to be just yet. I'm thinking maybe over here, and then I can designate guards to it. We'll see what happens as we go along. But yeah, I am thinking that the front gate may be over here. I would like to have a reasonable buffer zone in between my people and any invading greenskin hordes. My miners are down here mining. We didn't actually get as much copper as I had hoped we would get, but we did get some. We are going to go ahead and take the leap and designate this as our first stockpile zone for goods. So we're going to have it hold stone, wood, coal, metal, gems, cloth, hides. We're not going to put any finished stuff in here though, so we're not going to put crafts, jewelry, food, drink, any of that, body parts, absolutely not. Mechanisms, tools, all that's going to be in a different room. So there we are, and now we should have a very sizable hauling queue where everybody should be doing something at any given time. And I'm taking a look here. If I get quiet for a second, it's just because I'm kind of analyzing, just trying to keep in touch with what I'm doing here and trying to remember what my plan was. So they're getting those walls filled in, something that I'm glad about, because we need those walls. We need these walls to protect us. We really don't want a situation in which the enemy, greenskins, bears, whatever, are just walking right in. And we want them to come through a certain area. So basically, we want them to come through like this area down here so that we can set guards by it, so they're forced to go straight past our guards. I'm trying to make sure right now that there's no ramps down into our land. There are not, so I think we're in good shape there. A lot of our food is outside the gates. They haven't done a very good job of gathering the food. They've kind of half-assedly brought it in. So I may have to tear down certain sections of the wall just so they can get at the strawberries. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now before I forget. We're going to have like a little 3-space, 4-space, that's fine, wall right there. That's going to help us get in and out of the gates. I have heard that what we can do is I would like to make my walls a little taller. It would just make me feel better. And what I've heard is that you use stairs to do that. So we're going to go ahead and build some stairs there. We're going to build some stairs there. So our stairs are up, and we're going to continue building this wall here. I did a little bit of research. I think you have to lay down a floor as well before you can put up another wall. So I think what I have to do here is I have to build a floor, and I suppose I'll just use dirt. I don't know. And we'll just see what happens here. I have to do this very slowly, so this is going to be kind of tedious, and I apologize that I'm doing this on camera, but I feel like this is a valuable thing that people need to know about. I do need, actually, yeah, they're coming up and down the wall right here, so I need to build it one higher. So we're going to see what they do with this dirt space here. I don't even know if they can walk on it, to be honest. Let me see if that works. And hopefully they do this properly and they don't do this in idiot mode, because the AI is not really tuned for this right now. They tend to kind of do dumb stuff and get themselves trapped, and then they starve to death on top of the walls, and then nobody's happy. Let's go ahead and... hopefully these floors don't show in between my layers, otherwise my walls are going to look moronic, but oh well. We're going to continue building some floor space and just praying to Gnomoria Jesus that nothing goes horribly wrong and that none of my gnomes get trapped up on the walls. So there we are. So people up on the surface should have something that they're doing right now. Let's go ahead and take a look downstairs and make sure things are happening down here as well. People are hauling, they are moving stone, that's good. And that leaves us in a position where we're doing a bit of hauling and we're kind of just waiting this out because we don't really, I don't want my hauling queue to get too much larger. It becomes difficult to manage, people start doing dumb stuff. They start not doing the jobs you assign them to. So I think these are coal seams right here. I don't really want to knock out my own wall to get at them though. So it appears that we are going ahead and building our wall slowly but surely. I'm not entirely positive that this is going to be a completely effective venture, but we will keep an eye on it and make sure. I actually lost a game last time because the last time I built a kingdom, the one previous to Meatshark, there was a floor building accident which ended up killing my whole kingdom of starvation because they couldn't cross a 3-foot square where there was no floor, and nobody would build the floor because they were starving, so nobody was thinking clearly, and it was just a mess. I am, however, going to get rid of this designation here, and we're going to start kind of getting things in order for farming and pasturing. So our pasture is going to be this little 7 by 10 here, and it says that I can have 11 males or 11 females, so that'll be fine, that'll work. So hopefully my yaxman comes and takes care of this. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of space, but down here along the bottom I'm going to take my chances and make a big ol'... we'll make this entire sequence right here a strawberry farm. And then from there, we're going to go and we're going to turn this into a cotton farm because we don't need that much cotton. And then this general area down here, I do want to leave some space for roads and some such. This space down here, I think I'm going to have be a wheat farm, and we don't really have the space for all that wheat yet, but we will in the future. I do want to start getting all these fields tilled out, because as you can see our supplies are dwindling, and I don't want to be in a situation where I end up low on certain things just based on the fact that I haven't been farming. So I do want to keep my farming in order. They are filling in this space with dirt up on the walls so that we can build the next layer. It's going to be tedious, I'm not gonna lie. It's tedious. We did leave a hole in the fence so they can go get all this fruit and whatnot and bring it back. I'm gonna go ahead and start building some of our storage units as well. Let's see here. We have 3 crates, and we're gonna move all of them down here to our food storage. We also have barrels, which we are gonna bring, and they are gonna be specifically for storage down here too. And then on the other case, we have, let's see here, we have a bag. How many bags do we have? I don't know how many bags we have, so I'm going to go ahead and build 3 right here and just hope we have 3. Maybe we start with 2. I'm not completely sure on the amount of things that you start with. So they are beginning to stockpile things. The first floor is almost completely cleaned off. They're doing a good job up here. But as I said, we have a pretty sizable build queue going on. And there's a lot of tasks that I have them at hand doing. Hopefully they will get... They're tilling the cotton field first. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I do think... Well, I'm not going to add anything else to the queue right now. We're going to keep it light and just let them kind of go about their tasks. I do need to start going through my characters here and finding the one who is like the guy for warriorship. And we're going to look at Bink here. Bink's got decent stats with a warhammer. Billa, he's got really good fitness, but his weapon stats are more or less shit. Hia, decent fitness, not that great of weapon stats. Spro, decent fitness, once again, not that great of stats. Hus, nope, definitely not a warrior. Definitely not a warrior there either. Duhispix, not a warrior. Stelly and Tora. And I guess we'll go with, I think Bink is looking like our guy. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the military panel here. I'm going to open up a new squad called the Howling Hoopax. And that's going to be our, oh dear, what just happened? The Howling Hoopax. And we're going to go ahead and just give them the basic formation, and Bink is going to be our guy. We're going to give him the perk of, let's see, we don't have any shields, so I guess we'll go with the best defense for now. And we're just going to have him avoid enemies for now. We are going to set him up by the gate, and we should see him moving around now with some armor on very shortly. There's the save. And I'm going to go ahead and designate an area for the patrol route. He picked up an axe, which is not his best weapon. But I am going to have him, this is going to be his little patrolosphere here. This is going to be the region in which he will dwell for the foreseeable future. And other tasks that need to be underway here. I hate it when I get ahead of myself and then my hauling queue just becomes absurd. And as you can see here, this little mohawked guy is taking care of business, putting our strawberries away. That's good. He's taking the initiative and we appreciate that. We're not going to give him a medal or anything, but we are gonna point out that he is doing what he's supposed to when so many of his clansmen are not doing what they're supposed to. We're going to continue moving stone down to here, and I think it's about time where we should start getting some workshops underway. I'm going to go ahead and get a sawmill built because we have the stuff for it. Get that rotated the direction I want. And woodworkers are going to go down here, stoneworkers are going to go up here. We're going to try and keep them separate, but for no particular reason other than organization. We are going to take a stone cutter and we're going to put him up here. Try and keep the same general organization of each workroom. Hopefully somebody will come down here, and this one's green. That means it's going to be worked on pretty soon. If you're newer to the game and you don't know what some of these things mean. Once we get this floor laid down, I'm getting a little paranoid here because I have this stairwell, which is like a goblins come poke me challenge. I hope our walls aren't actually worth too much. They're worth 3. I try to keep my kingdom worth down in the beginning of the game just to make sure that nobody comes along and tries to be a jerk and steal all of our stuff. Especially until I don't have the walls built, and the walls aren't even remotely built up yet. And I apologize for sniffling. I am still battling a cold. But I am here, and that's what counts. Everybody appears to be sleeping now, or at least a large portion of my workforce appears to be unconscious. Luckily, my guard is up and running. Bink is holding it down. Bink is unafraid. He is undeterred. He is not tired. And hopefully they'll keep filling in the walls here. And then comes the really, really tedious part, which is actually extending the walls without your gnomes trapping themselves on the walls. Take a look here. Everything else is looking good. We don't have any coal, so I can't build any torches yet. As we get further and further along down the line, we are going to want to build torches because it's going to keep things from spawning within our city and just ravaging through like a hurricane and just ruining our day. Hia has fallen asleep on the floor, even though I've given them a perfectly good dirt floor dormitory. They don't feel like that's good enough. They want to sleep on the grass. Let's see, what else can we be doing other than just watching progress? Hopefully filling in my wall with dirt. I've never tried filling it in with dirt. I've filled it in with wood before. I've never filled it in with dirt. Hopefully dirt does not affect the construction at all. As far as I know, it shouldn't matter. They just need a floor in general, otherwise they won't place the next layer. I don't know if you can build any special gates or anything too, but that would be really killer if you could build like a portcullis or anything along those lines. But maybe in the next patch or something if it's not in. They're still working on this. They have not begun to move any wood down here to the lower level. That's probably because all the wood is going here. Why are you bringing dirt in here? Did I forget to disable dirt? Did he bring that dirt in, or did he grab dirt? I don't know. Who can tell what gnomes are doing at any given time? And I'm enjoying the floor layout of this. I'm liking our little town. I'm going to turn this into a little market stall area. A lot of people like to wall themselves in completely so that they can't be attacked by anything but what's below. I feel like that's a bit of a cheat, it's a bit of an exploit, so I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be playing this clean through this Let's Play. I do want to play one clear through from the start of the kingdom to its downfall, and whenever its downfall comes along is probably when I'll end this Let's Play. It's probably going to be a pretty long series. I don't know if anybody will actually watch it all the way through, but who knows. They appear to have switched tasks now. I'm hoping they finish at least one of the workstations. I mean... Oh, this gnome is stealing from this gnome right now. As you can see, she's going over here, taking the logs for this construction and taking them to her workshop. So, she's working smart instead of working hard. Part of me is irritated by that, but part of me thinks it's hilarious too, so we're just going to let her do her thing. This other gnome's probably going to get back here and just be distraught that all the wood he spent the day hauling is gone, but... What's her name? This is Stelly. So Stelly has decided to be crafty and just ignore her kinsman and just be kind of a jerk. And so we now have this section of the wall built, so I'm going to start building further. We should get our first load of nomads pretty soon, which means I should be able to expand my workforce a little further. I think this was made out of birch, all of this, so we're going to start right here, and we're just going to put that first birch down, and we're going to hope that they're smart enough. I've heard the only safe way to do this is to either build ramps along the entire thing, or to just do it one at a time to maintain their workforce. I suppose if we wanted to work really smart, we could make a scaffolding of some sorts, like so, like double the thickness of the wall. I'm thinking this might actually work, and then floor that as well. And then thematically it kind of fits, because archers would need somewhere to stand anyways, right? Well, in any sense, there's a tree in the way right there, which is kind of annoying me, but we'll get him out of the way in a minute. And I'm feeling like this is a good spot to cut off this Let's Play. I'm feeling like we got a lot accomplished here. I'm feeling like time is running slim, so this is Splattercat doing a Let's Play of Gnomoria. This has been episode 3. If you enjoyed it, please do feel free to subscribe, to comment, to like. If you don't like certain things about the video, add those in the comments too. I'm not going to collapse them or get angry about them. I do take constructive criticism, and I would like to know what I can do better. And I will see you in episode 4.